Hello, I'm Carly Ann. I'm going to give you 5 tips today on what you can do to bring your hope back when you feel like you've lost all faith and all hope in love, what you can do to bring that back. So what I am here to help women with is to feel irreplaceable and to feel secure in your own personal life, to not lose yourself, right? And here's what happens. Lots of women and men find themselves at a place in their love lives when they have been dating, when they've been in relationships that haven't worked out, when they found themselves in the same patterns over and over again, to the point where you lose hope. Perhaps it is that you're single and have been for a long time and you've lost hope that you're going to meet someone. You can't seem to meet someone on the apps. You can't seem to meet someone in real life. And you feel like it's personal, that it must be about you. Perhaps you're in a relationship and you keep fighting the same battle over and over again. And you're wondering if this is meant for you. And you're losing hope for this relationship and what that means about you if you were to find yourself single again. Or perhaps you're going through another breakup, another heartbreak, and you're wondering how you're back here again, and you're wondering if you can take this again. Maybe for you it's unrequited love, and that's the same pattern for you over and over again as well. Whatever the situation you find yourself in, it can be really, really agonizing when you start to give up on love, when you're in the mindset that maybe I'm not worth love, maybe I don't deserve it, maybe I can't do it, maybe I don't know how to have it. And added to that, you find yourself looking around, you're looking at your friends that are getting engaged, that are having babies, you're comparing yourself to your ex's new partner, or you're making up that they've even met someone and comparing yourself to them anyway. You're looking at your partner's ex and comparing yourself, and you are losing hope about yourself and about your experience, because you are putting your focus outside of you and you're making it all mean something negative about yourself. For many of you, I know that you will feel like you've lost yourself. You will feel like you can't stop thinking about this situation or this person, and it will be easier for you to feel like, let me just focus on that and have hope that that can work itself out again, and that I can fix this situation, even though you know that it is time to move on and find hope in a new relationship or a new style of relationship if you are determined to save the relationship that you're in. That's very different to chasing an ex. But there has to be a point where you do decide, okay, I am going to have hope in my love life. I am going to have hope in my situation, that I can be secure, that I can be irreplaceable, that I can have a healthy, happy, intimate, exciting relationship. But I've got to let go of the ideas, the thoughts and the images that are stopping me from looking forward. Because when we don't have that hope, when you lose your hope in love, and often it will happen after another failed date or whatever it is, when you have that moment, you are then operating at a lower vibe, a lower frequency. And that's going to not only impact you as an individual, your mood, the way that you show up, sticking to your goals, following your fire, but it also does alter who you attract and whether you attract people. You will attract people of that same vibe, or people who will treat you at that vibe as well. And it just keeps you in this sort of vicious cycle. And you know already, faking the hope doesn't work. People ask me all the time, how do you actually believe in your love life? How do you actually find that trust and that hope that it's going to work out? And trust me, I practice what I preach. I know it works because I use these tools, I use these strategies. I have developed this brand new mindset for myself. This is not always the way that I felt. And then I have used that same material from my professional background and my personal experience to help other people, and I see it working. And honestly, it means that your day is easier. It means that your life is nicer and more enjoyable, and you get that pleasure from things, and you feel more excited, and you feel like the leader of your love life, and you're certainly not looking back over your shoulder anymore. And look, I know what it's like when you can't be bothered to go on another date and feel like you've wasted your time. You can't be bothered to spend your evening swiping. You can't be bothered to waste your time. You just want it to turn up. You want it to be like the movies, the kiss where the world stops and you know that this is it and you don't have to waste another second and that there's no risk of being hurt. I get that. That's not how it works. That's not how relationships work, and it's not how the dating world works. You have to cultivate the hope to keep going. And that's what I'm going to help you to do, because you can't give up. You can't give up on love. And I know that you don't want to. I know that you want a meaningful, secure relationship. And I know that you want it to be easy. That bit, we can make it easier. We can make it easier for you. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you these 5 tips to help you cultivate more hope around your love life. And the bonus is that it's going to leave you feeling happier in your day-to-day life as well. But here's the thing. We're going to be working on you believing this. That's the difference here. Because you lose hope when you do not believe that this is going to happen for you. When you don't believe that life is going to go in your way, in your favor. When you don't believe that, you lose faith. Okay, so the first tip for cultivating more hope is changing your perspective of your love experiences. You have to change the way that you see your experiences. For example, the failed dates, changing your view on that, changing the idea that they are failed dates. There's always something to take away from moments if you live from a place of being present and more gratitude and just being open, opening your heart, opening yourself up to experiences. You know, you might meet someone and there's something that you can take from that as a stepping stone towards the right person. But you've got to change your perspective about these situations. You know, go into these situations with more curiosity, with more gratitude, with more excitement. And look at the person in front of you. Look at the experiences that you're having, even if it's not all rainbows and butterflies. And ask yourself, even if it doesn't work out, how do you want to make people feel? What experience do you want to have in their life? Change your perspective on this situation, because otherwise you will pull out the negatives. If you filter out all of the positives, you are going to experience the negatives. The second tip is to walk away from what is no longer serving you. Honestly, the reason so many of you are losing hope is because your focus is over your shoulder. You are looking backwards. You are looking at the elements of your love life that didn't go well. You are focusing on the people who rejected you. You're focusing on the shoulda, woulda, couldas. You have to now decide that you're going to walk away, full on cut ties, full on let go of the people that are holding you back, of the person that you are still thinking about. The experience that you're still going over. It's time to cut ties. It is time to let go. When you do that, you are going to open up space for a whole new image, which I will come to in a second. The third tip is around having a break when you need it. If you are finding yourself in this sort of mental loop of it's always happening to me, there's no good ones left, I'm wasting my time, there's something going on for you there that needs addressing, healing, and might even just need some time. Give yourself a break. Give yourself a conscious break. And in that time, make a plan of how you're going to serve yourself, to follow your fire, to become irreplaceable, to do what lights you up. But don't be afraid to take a break. I know that can feel like, but how am I ever going to have any hope if I pull back? But just find that level of trust that it's okay to pull back when you need to. The fourth tip, one of my favorites, is to open your eyes. Open your eyes to the fact that things don't happen the way that you believe that they should or think that they will. They can happen in the most mysterious and unexpected ways. It doesn't have to be a set way. So be open to that idea. Allow yourself to see other people's stories and hear other people's stories about how they met, about their stories, their experiences, and you will see very, very quickly that there is not one set way for your love life to work out, or for you to have the ending that you so desperately desire. Okay, let go of that. Let go of that desperate image and allow yourself to consider that there are other ways. And the fifth tip, and this is inspired actually by a Lewis Capaldi song. In one of his songs, I'm not sure of the name of it actually without looking, he says, someone else's loss is another's gain. Okay, now this is what I wanted to sort of expand on. You have to open up to the possibility that the pain you felt, the hopelessness that you've experienced so far has been for a reason, for a bigger picture, for you, for your relationships. But your past, it does not determine your future, especially when you are taking active steps like this to discover yourself, to find what lights you up, to live from a place of hope in way more areas than just your relationships. This is about visualizing your future. This is a huge part of becoming irreplaceable. This is a huge part of you feeling secure in yourself. This is the ability to look ahead and feel excitement, and to train yourself and reprogram your mind to experience what you can't see, to believe in what you can't see. And that includes that someone else's loss is another's gain. That includes that there is a reason you have been through what you've been through, and it is not going to disappoint. Use it, take it with you, and create something bigger. What you've experienced so far, let's make it the best thing that's ever happened to you. That's where I'm at. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so they are the 5 tips. And here is what I know. I know that some of you are going to hear that and have an aha moment. And you're going to begin to adopt these new ways of thinking, feeling, and being. And you're going to start to cultivate more hope, and you are going to feel the positive effects and experience the ripple effect that happens in your whole life when you start to cultivate more hope and have these skills in your life. Those of you who are ready to reprogram your love mindset to feel irreplaceable, to feel more secure, this is your time. You will know if this is speaking to you, this is your time. Those of you who are still feeling like, I'm just not sure, I don't see it, it's simply because you don't believe it right now. You have to reprogram, retrain your patterns, and you can develop a more hopeful mindset. Thank you for being here. I'm Carly Ann. If you want to work with me, you can book an individual session. You can join my 8-week group coaching program, Becoming Irreplaceable, where we are going to help you and support you through letting go of that ex, overcoming insecurities in your relationships, visualizing the kind of love that you really, really want, and believing in yourself, rediscovering yourself. I will put all the links below. And don't forget, you are enough, you are lovable, and you are so, so worthy.